I stare at my phone, reading the message for the 20th time, but the words still don't make sense. My hands are shaking so badly I nearly drop it. Congratulations. You've been selected as a contestant on Love's Second Shot. Your friend Jenny Davis nominated you for our special reunion season. The rest blurs as my stomach lurches. Jenny. Of course it was Jenny. My best friend since college who ghosted me 6 months ago after her engagement imploded. The same Jenny who used to help me by pointing out which outfits made me look fat or suggesting maybe I should tone down my personality on dates. I sink onto my couch, the leather cool against my bare legs. Outside my apartment window, Seattle's endless drizzle matches my mood perfectly. A notification pops up. Jenny's posted something new on Instagram. Because apparently I'm still enough of a masochist to follow her. Can't wait to see my bestie Paisley on Love's Second Shot. Time to help her find her happily ever after. Bored reality TV. Or Besties or Not Makeover. The photo shows her perfect white smile, gleaming blonde hair, and designer sundress. I'm tagged in it, but you can't actually see me. Typical. My phone buzzes with a call from my sister. Tell me you've seen it, she says when I answer. Oh, I've seen it. My voice sounds hollow even to me. She signed me up for a dating show, without asking, as a joke. It's not just any dating show, though. Isn't this the one where she got engaged to Derek 6 months ago? Yeah. I laugh, but it comes out more like a sob. The same Derek who called off the wedding when he caught her cheating. And now she wants me to go on the reunion season? It's cruel, even for her. So don't do it, my sister says simply. Tell them no. Well, I open my mouth to agree, but something stops me. Maybe it's the memory of Jenny accidentally spilling red wine on my dress at her engagement party, or how she always introduced me as her sweet single friend with that little head tilt of pity, or the way she'd somehow turn every conversation back to how lucky she was to find Derek, her soulmate, while I was still alone. Actually, I say slowly, maybe I will do it. What? Are you insane? Think about it. She signed me up expecting I'd either say no and look like a coward or go on and humiliate myself. She thinks I'm too scared, too awkward, too me to handle it. The more I talk, the more certain I become. But what if I went on and actually won? Paisley. My sister's voice has that careful tone people use with unstable relatives. This isn't you. You hate attention. You get nervous ordering coffee. She's right. I'm the girl who apologizes to furniture when I bump into it. The one who still blushes when someone compliments my shoes. The responsible elementary school teacher who wears sensible cardigans and hasn't taken a sick day in 3 years. But I'm also the girl who's sick of being Jenny's favorite punchline. Maybe it's time for a change, I say, surprising myself with how steady my voice sounds. Maybe it's time someone showed Jenny what it feels like to be the joke. My sister is quiet for a long moment. You know she'll be there, right? The promos say all the exes from last season are coming back. Good. I stand up and walk to my bedroom mirror, really looking at myself for the first time in months. Brown hair that could use some highlights, decent skin, a few extra pounds I could probably lose. But underneath it all, something new in my eyes. Something that looks almost like determination. Tell me you at least have a plan, my sister sighs. I think about all the secrets Jenny told me over the years, all the things she made me promise never to repeat, all the real stories behind her carefully curated social media life. Oh, I say, watching my reflection smile. I think I might have a few ideas. My phone buzzes with another message, this time from the show's producers. They need my final answer by midnight. My hands aren't shaking anymore as I type my response. I'm in. The studio lights are hotter than I expected. Sweat trickles down my back as I perch on the edge of an oversized velvet armchair, trying not to fidget while the makeup artist touches up my face. Around me, chaos reigns as crew members dart back and forth, adjusting equipment and shouting instructions. 5 minutes until your preliminary interview. A production assistant with a clipboard materializes beside me. Remember, just be yourself. Right. Myself. The self that agreed to this madness 3 weeks ago in a moment of temporary insanity. The self that's now wearing a dress that costs more than my monthly rent, trying not to smear the first professional makeup job I've had since prom. Paisley! The voice hits me like an ice bath. Oh my God, you actually came. Jenny glides across the room like she's on a runway, All perfect hair and practiced smile. She's wearing a white sundress that probably costs more than my car. Before I can react, she's pulling me into a hug that feels more like a tactical strike. I just knew you'd be perfect for this, she gushes, loud enough for nearby crew members to hear. You've been so lonely since that disaster with what's-his-name last year. My cheeks burn. There was no disaster, no what's-his-name. She knows that. But now everyone within earshot thinks I'm some sad, desperate case she's nobly helping. Thanks for thinking of me, I manage, proud of how steady my voice sounds. It was quite a surprise. Well, someone had to do something. She lowers her voice to a stage whisper. I mean, how long has it been? 2 years? 3? Before I can respond, the production assistant returns. Jenny, they need you in wardrobe. Paisley, you're up first. Jenny squeezes my arm. Don't be nervous. Just try to relax and be, natural. She pauses. Maybe a little more animated than usual, though, for the cameras? I watch her sashay away, my carefully manicured nails digging into my palms. Deep breaths. Remember the plan. The interview set is intimidating, all sleek furniture and mood lighting. Logan, the host, gives me a warm smile as I take my seat. He's shorter in person than he looks on TV, but his presence fills the room. So, Paisley, he begins once the cameras roll. Tell us about your relationship with Jenny. I've rehearsed this moment for weeks. Jenny's been my best friend since college. We've been through everything together. I pause, letting vulnerability creep into my voice. When she got engaged to Derek last season, I was so happy for her. It felt like a fairy tale. And now? Logan leans forward, sensing a story. Now. I swallow hard. Now I just want what she had. That connection, that chemistry. Derek seemed to really see her, Logan's eyebrows rise slightly at Derek's name. Good. Plant the seed. Speaking of Derek, he says, how would you feel if... A commotion erupts off camera. Jenny bursts onto the set, still wearing her regular clothes. Sorry to interrupt, but there's something you should know about Paisley. My heart stops. She's actually been in love with Derek for years, Jenny announces. She used to talk about him constantly during my engagement. I thought bringing her on the show might help her move on, but maybe that was a mistake. The room goes silent. The cameras swing toward me. Jenny's smile is sympathetic, but her eyes are triumphant. And suddenly, I understand. This was her plan all along. Not just to humiliate me, but to make me look like the pathetic friend who coveted her relationship. To make sure Derek would never look at me twice. But she's forgotten something crucial. I know her secrets too. That's not true, I say quietly, looking directly into the camera. But it's interesting that Jenny would say that, considering what really happened the night before her engagement ended. Jenny's smile freezes. Logan leans forward. What happened the night before? I feel a calm settle over me, the kind that comes with absolute certainty. Should I tell them, Jenny? Or would you prefer to? The look she gives me could freeze hell. But beneath the fury, I see something else. Fear. Good, she should be afraid. Because this is just the beginning. Actually, I say to Logan, maybe we should save that story for the main show. I wouldn't want to spoil anything. As the cameras cut, Jenny storms off the set. Logan gives me an appraising look that says he knows good television when he sees it. I sink back in my chair, heart pounding. I've just declared war on live television. There's no going back now. And somewhere in this building, Derek is waiting to film his own interview. I wonder what secrets he's planning to reveal. The craft services table becomes my sanctuary between takes. It's quieter here in the back corner of the studio, and arranging cheese cubes on a paper plate gives my trembling hands something to do. I'm still rattled from my confrontation with Jenny, though I'm trying not to show it. The breeze pretty good, a familiar voice says behind me. But I'd avoid the hummus. Definitely saw someone double dip earlier. I freeze, a grape halfway to my mouth. I'd know that voice anywhere. I'd heard it enough times through Jenny's speakerphone, always on display during our coffee dates. I turn slowly. Derek looks exactly like he does on TV, but somehow more real, more human. There's a small coffee stain on his blue button-down, and his dark hair is slightly messy, like he's been running his hands through it. He's holding an empty paper cup and wearing the kind of tired smile that makes my chest tight. Paisley, right? He extends his hand. Jenny's friend? Former friend, I want to say. Instead, I shake his hand and manage a weak, "Hi. I caught the end of your interview earlier." He grabs a handful of grapes. "That was interesting." Heat creeps up my neck. "Oh, God. Look, about what Jenny said." "Hey, no explanation needed." He holds up his hands. "I learned the hard way not to believe everything Jenny says." The bitterness in his voice surprises me. 6 months later, and the wound still sounds fresh. "I'm sorry," I blurt out. "About what happened with the engagement. I should have—" I stop myself. Should have what? Told him about Jenny's other relationships? Warned him somehow? Should have what? His eyes sharpen with interest. Before I can respond, another contestant approaches the table. Ivy, I think her name is. She's gorgeous in that effortless way that usually makes me feel like a potato in comparison, but her smile seems genuine. "Sorry to interrupt," she says, not sounding sorry at all. "But Derek, they need you in makeup." She turns to me once he's gone. "Word of advice? Be careful there." "What do you mean?" She lowers her voice. "Jenny's been telling everyone you're obsessed with her ex, playing the sympathy card, poor her, having such a disturbed friend." She rolls her eyes. Classic Jenny move. My stomach drops. "You know Jenny? We did pageants together back in college. Let's just say this isn't her first time playing these games." Ivy glances around before continuing. "Listen, a bunch of us are meeting in my room later. Room 512. Come by if you want the real story about Jenny's engagement." I spend the next 3 hours trying to focus on filming group scenes, but my mind keeps drifting to Ivy's invitation. It could be a trap. Jenny could have put her up to this. But what if it's not? At 10 p.m., I find myself standing outside room 512, hand raised to knock. The door opens before I make contact. "You came." Ivy pulls me inside. 2 other contestants are already there: Marin, a kindergarten teacher from Portland, and Jordan, whose job was listed as social media consultant. "Show her," Jordan says immediately. Ivy pulls out her phone and plays a video. It's shaky footage from what looks like a bar, dated the night before Jenny's engagement ended. My heart stops when I recognize Jenny in the background, pressed against a wall, kissing someone who is definitely not Derek. "There's more," Marin says quietly. "She's been playing this game for years, finding guys with potential, getting engaged, then creating drama for maximum publicity. Derek was just the latest." "But why?" My voice sounds small. "Followers," Jordan says bluntly. "Brand deals. She's built her whole career on being the relatable girl next door who just can't find lasting love. Check her engagement rates after each broken relationship." I think about all the times Jenny insisted on documenting our friendship for social media, all the carefully staged candid moments, all the times she'd post about supporting her less fortunate friends. "We're all just content to her," Ivy says, watching my face. "But here's the thing. She's not the only one who knows how to play this game." She pulls out a notebook filled with dates, screenshots, and what looks like a flowchart of Jenny's relationships. "So," Ivy says with a smile that reminds me suddenly of a shark, "want to help us take her down?" I stare at the evidence of Jenny's manipulation, feeling something shift inside me. This isn't just about revenge anymore. It's about justice. "Tell me everything," I say. Behind me, the TV in Ivy's room plays a promo for tomorrow's filming. Jenny's voice rings out, "Trust is everything in relationships." I've never heard anything more ironic in my life. Morning filming starts with a group date, some contrived painting class where we're all supposed to create portraits of our perfect love. I'm trying to focus on my canvas, but my mind keeps drifting to Ivy's evidence from last night. The dates, the screenshots, the calculated pattern of Jenny's deceptions. That's interesting. Derek's voice startles me from my thoughts. He's standing behind me, studying my painting with barely concealed amusement. I look at my canvas properly for the first time. Somehow I've created what appears to be a dark storm cloud over a burning building. "I'm processing some things," I mutter, reaching for fresh colors. He pulls up the stool next to mine. "Want to talk about it?" "Yes, I think. I want to tell you everything. About Jenny's other fiancés. About how she planned each breakup for maximum exposure. About how she— Paisley! Jenny materializes between us, camera crew in tow. "Your painting is so emotional. Is this about your last breakup?" My brush snaps in my hand. "Actually, I've never— It must be so hard. she continues, voice dripping with sympathy. Watching everyone else find love while you're still. She trails off meaningfully. The cameras zoom in on my face. This is exactly what she wants, to make me look pathetic and desperate on national television. But two can play this game. You know what this painting's really about, Jenny? I turn to face her fully. It's about the night before your engagement ended. Remember, at the copper room? The color drains from her face. The copper room? Derek asks sharply. Oh, you didn't know about that? I keep my voice light, innocent. Jenny told me she was meeting her sister there, but cut. A producer steps in. Let's take 5. Jenny grabs my arm as the cameras turn away, nails digging in. What do you think you're doing? Playing the game, I say quietly. Isn't that what you taught me? To always be camera ready? She releases me like I've burned her. You have no idea what you're dealing with. Actually, I do. I pull out my phone and show her the screenshot Ivy gave me, Jenny kissing the stranger at the bar. And I have more. For a moment, real fear flashes across her face. Then her mask slides back into place. Check your phone, she says, turning away. I do. There's a new Instagram notification. Jenny's tagged me in a post from 3 years ago. It's a photo of me at her birthday party, clearly drunk, mascara smeared, making an absolute fool of myself. The caption reads, "Throwing it back to simpler times with my bestie. Some people really show their true colors when they drink. For you're so concerned, want friendship goals." The post already has hundreds of comments, cruel ones. Delete it, I say, hands shaking. Make me. Her smile is vicious. I have 3 years of similar photos, Paisley. How many should I post? Is everything okay here? Derek approaches, looking concerned. Perfect, Jenny chirps. Just reminiscing with my bestie. Right, Paisley? I meet her eyes. Right, just like old times. The rest of filming passes in a blur. Back in my hotel room, I sink onto the bed, exhausted. My phone buzzes with a text from an unknown number. Saw what happened. Meet me at the hotel bar. D. My heart jumps. Derek. But when I reach the bar, it's not him waiting. Sorry for the fake out, Ivy says, sliding me a glass of wine. Needed to talk privately. Jenny's making moves against you. I noticed. I show her the Instagram post. That's just the beginning. She's telling production you're unstable, obsessed with her life. She's trying to get you painted as the villain. Great. I drain half the wine. So what do? We have something she doesn't. Ivy pulls out her phone. Remember that video from the copper room? There's more to it. Watch. The footage continues past what she showed me yesterday. Jenny's still there, but now I can hear what she's saying to the mystery man. Just stick to the plan. Once Derek catches us, the sympathy followers will roll in. I'll be at 1 million subscribers by Christmas. Holy shit, I whisper. Yeah. Ivy's smile is grim. But here's the thing. If we release this now, you'll just look like a bitter friend trying to cause drama. We need to play this smart. How? The producers love conflict, right? So let's give them what they want. Let Jenny think she's winning. Let her get cocky. And then... Ivy's eyes gleam. And then we burn it all down. I think about Jenny's threats, about the humiliating photo, about years of subtle manipulation masked as friendship. I'm in, I say. Whatever it takes. As if on cue, my phone buzzes with another Instagram notification. Jenny's posted another old photo. This time I smile. Post all you want, Jenny. Your time is coming. The producers love their metaphors. Today's challenge has us all rock climbing. Something about reaching new heights for love. I'm harnessed up, trying not to look down, when Derek appears beside me. Need a hand? He reaches out to steady me as I wobble on the wall. I'm good. I'm not good. My palms are sweating and my arms shake with each move. But Jenny's watching from below, and I refuse to look weak. You know, Derek says casually, matching my pace, it's funny how Jenny never mentioned you during our engagement, considering you were supposedly best friends. My foot slips. He catches my elbow, keeping me stable. Careful, he murmurs, then lower. Meet me in the hotel garden after filming. We need to talk. Before I can respond, Jenny's voice rings out. Derek, the cameras want a shot of us climbing together. For old time's sake? I watch him descend, something heavy settling in my chest. The cameras swivel to capture their playful banter as they climb together. The former couple reunited. Jenny's laugh echoes off the walls. Don't let her get to you. Ivy appears on my other side. That's exactly what she wants. I know. But knowing doesn't make it hurt less. Hours later, I pace the hotel garden, debating whether meeting Derek alone is wise. The fountain bubbles quietly, and fairy lights twinkle in the trees. It's romantic as hell, which makes everything worse. Hey, Derek emerges from the shadows, hands in his pockets. Thanks for coming. What's this about? He sits on the fountain's edge, patting the space beside him. I've been thinking about what you said, about the copper room. My heart pounds. Oh? I never told anyone this, but he runs a hand through his hair. The night before I ended things, I got an anonymous text, just an address and a time. The copper room. You went? Yeah, but by the time I got there, Jenny was gone. Just missed her, apparently. His laugh is bitter. Convenient, right? I think about Ivy's video, about Jenny's calculated plan. Derek, the thing is, he continues, I knew something was wrong long before that. Jenny was different when cameras weren't around. Colder. But I ignored it because... He breaks off, looking away. Because what? Because sometimes when we were all hanging out together, I'd catch myself watching you instead of her. The way you'd light up talking about your students. How you always noticed when someone needed help. Little things. Oh, and then you disappeared, he says quietly. Right after the engagement. Jenny said you were just busy, but she told me to give you space, I whisper. Said I was making things weird by hanging around so much. His head snaps up. She what? There's something you need to see. I pull out my phone, hands trembling, pull up Ivy's video, but before I can press play, a twig snaps behind us. We both turn. Jenny stands there, phone raised, already recording. Well, isn't this cozy? The obsessed best friend sneaking around with my ex? Wait until everyone sees this. Jenny, stop. Derek starts. No, you stop. Her voice shakes with real emotion for the first time. You think I don't see what's happening? Poor, sweet Paisley, finally getting her chance, the backup choice. That's not... Show him the video, she challenges me. Show him how you've been plotting against me with Ivy. Show him what a loyal friend you really are. Derek looks between us, confused. What video? My finger hovers over the play button. One press and Jenny's whole scheme unravels. Her carefully crafted image, destroyed. But go ahead, Jenny pushes. Show everyone who you really are. The jealous friend who couldn't stand seeing someone else happy. Who'd rather destroy everything than admit she's alone. The worst part is, maybe she's right. What am I doing here? Playing her game, becoming everything I used to hate about her. I lock my phone. Jenny's smile is triumphant. That's what I thought. She stops recording and turns to leave, then pauses. Oh, and Paisley, check your social media. I just went live with some interesting stories about you. Hope you're ready for tomorrow's filming. She disappears into the darkness, leaving me alone with Derek and the weight of everything unsaid. Paisley, he says softly, what's really going on? I look at my phone as notifications start flooding in. Jenny's live video is already viral. Tomorrow, everyone will see her version of events. The desperate friend, the secret meetings, the attempted sabotage. I have to go. I manage standing up. Wait. But I'm already running, leaving him by the fountain, leaving the fairy lights and the almost moment and any chance of explaining. Sometimes winning means losing everything. I spend the night reading comments on Jenny's live video. Each one feels like a paper cut to my soul. Unstable, desperate, pathetic. The story she's woven is masterful. The concerned friend trying to help, the disturbing obsession, the sad attempt to steal her ex. By morning, my social media is a war zone. A knock at my door makes me jump. Paisley, it's Logan, we need to talk. The show's host looks exhausted as he enters, like he's been up all night too. The producers are loving this drama, he says without preamble, but we need to know if you're stable enough to continue. I'm fine, my voice cracks. Are you? He sits in the armchair by the window. Because Jenny's making some serious allegations. Claims you've been stalking her, that you're dangerous. That's ridiculous. Is it? He pulls out his phone. These photos she posted of you outside her apartment building last month? My stomach drops. That's. I was dropping off her mail. She never changed her address after moving. And the dozens of calls? She blocked me. I was trying to understand why she ghosted me after being my best friend for years. Logan's expression softened slightly. Look, I've been doing this long enough to know there's always more to the story. If you want to tell your side, a commotion in the hallway interrupts us. The door bursts open and Ivy rushes in, face flushed. You need to see this, she says, thrusting her phone at me. It's a new post from Jenny, a video compilation of our friendship set to sad music. Photos of us through the years, carefully selected to make me look unhinged, always staring at her too intensely, standing too close. The caption reads, "Sometimes the people closest to us are the ones we should fear most. Time to tell my truth." There's more, Ivy says quietly. She's doing a tell-all interview this afternoon. Says she has proof you've been harassing her for years. Logan stands. Paisley, if there's something you want to say, now's the time. I think about Ivy's video evidence, about Jenny's calculated betrayals, about Derek by the fountain last night, about how easy it would be to destroy her right now. But then my phone buzzes. A text from Derek. Are you okay? Can we talk? Before I can respond, another message appears. From Jenny this time. It's a photo I've never seen before, of Derek and me at some party last year. We're just talking, but the angle makes it look intimate. The message below it reads, "Shame if Derek saw proof your obsession started during our engagement. Wonder what the producers would think." Paisley? Logan prompts. I look up at him, then at Ivy. I need a minute. Once they're gone, I sink to the floor, back against the bed. My phone keeps buzzing with notifications. Friends from home asking if I'm okay. Students' parents expressing concern. My sister begging me to withdraw from the show. Another knock. Go away. It's me. Derek's voice. Please. I drag myself up and open the door. He looks like he hasn't slept either. I saw Jenny's posts, he says. That's not the you I know. Maybe you don't know me at all. Or maybe I do and that's what scares her. He steps closer. What was on that video you almost showed me last night? I shake my head. It doesn't matter anymore. It matters to me. Why? So you can what? Save me? Be the hero who exposes Jenny's lies? My laugh sounds hysterical even to me. She'll just twist that too. Poor Derek, manipulated by the crazy friend. Paisley, you should go. I step back. Jenny's doing her interview soon. Wouldn't want to miss her big reveal. He reaches for my hand, but I pull away. After he leaves, I text Ivy. I'm done playing nice. Get everyone together. It's time. Her response is immediate. Room 512, 1 hour. I look in the mirror, barely recognizing myself. The woman staring back has shadows under her eyes and steel in her spine. Jenny wanted to make me the villain? Fine. Let's see how she handles the real thing. My phone buzzes one last time. Jenny again. Last chance to back down. Otherwise, everything burns. I think about the girl I used to be. The one who apologized to furniture. The one who let Jenny dim her light for years. The one who ran away from the fountain last night. That girl is gone. I type back 2 words. Bring it. Then I head to room 512, where Ivy and the others are waiting. It's time to show Jenny what happens when you push someone too far. Sometimes the only way forward is through the fire. The studio lights feel different today. Harsher, more exposing. I sit in the makeup chair, watching the artist cover the dark circles under my eyes while Jenny's voice drifts from the set. And that's when I started fearing for my safety. She's saying to Logan, the constant calls, the showing up uninvited. Ivy appears beside me. Ready? I nod. My hands should be shaking, but they're steady as I check my phone one last time. Everything's queued up. Every screenshot, every video, every receipt. Places everyone, a producer calls. Group confrontation in 5. The set has been arranged like a courtroom, with Jenny in the spotlight and the rest of us facing her. Derek sits off to the side, his expression unreadable. Cameras track our every move. Paisley, Logan turns to me once we're rolling. How do you respond to Jenny's allegations? I meet Jenny's eyes. She's wearing white again, playing the victim perfectly. Actually, I have some questions for Jenny first. Of course you do. Jenny sighs dramatically. More accusations? More attempts to paint me as the bad guy? Just one question. I pull out my phone. Why did you tell Derek to meet you at the copper room the night before your engagement ended? Her smile falters slightly. I never, because I have a video from that night. I nod to the production team who've been prepped by Ivy. The footage plays on the giant screen behind us. Jenny's voice fills the studio. Just stick to the plan. Once Derek catches us, the sympathy followers will roll in. The color drains from her face. Or we could talk about the other engagements, I continue. Mark from Seattle, Tom from Chicago, all ending just as your follower count needed a boost. You're twisting things. No more twisting. I stand up. No more manipulation. No more making others feel small so you can feel big. That's rich coming from you. She rises too, mask cracking. The sad little teacher who's been copying my life since college, my clothes, my interests, even my man. I never wanted your life, Jenny. I wanted my friend back. The real one, from before you turned everything into content. Real? She laughs sharply. You want real? Let's talk about how you've been in love with Derek for years. How you... Stop. Derek's voice cuts through the tension. Just stop, Jenny. Baby, don't let her manipulate you. The only manipulation was you. He stands. I found the burner phone, the one you used to text me about the copper room. Your fingerprints were all over that night. Jenny's composure cracks completely. Everything I did for us, for our brand. Do you know how many followers our engagement got me? How many sponsorship deals? The studio falls silent. Our relationship was a sponsorship deal? Derek asks quietly. Everyone's relationship is content now. She's almost screaming. Wake up. Why do you think any of us are here? Little Miss Perfect Teacher over there isn't here for love. She's here for revenge. You're right. My voice is calm. I came here for revenge. But then I realized something. The best revenge isn't exposing you. It's not letting you control the narrative anymore. I turned to the cameras. Jenny didn't bring me here to help me find love. She brought me here to humiliate me, like she's been doing for years. But here's the truth. I'm not desperate or obsessed or dangerous. I'm just someone who finally learned to stop apologizing for taking up space. Cut, Jenny shouts. You can't air this. Actually, Logan interjects. We can and we will. The producers have seen all the evidence. The other engagements, the planned breakups, everything. You're done controlling the story, Ivy adds, standing beside me. Jenny looks around wildly, finding no allies. Derek, please. But Derek is walking toward me. He stops just short, close enough that I can see the flecks of gold in his eyes. I should have seen it sooner, he says softly. The real story was right in front of me. Jenny makes a strangled sound and storms off set. The cameras follow her exit, capturing every second of her meltdown. Paisley, Logan says, what happens now? I look at Derek, then back at the cameras. Now, I think I'm ready to write my own story. The studio lights don't feel harsh anymore. They feel like sunshine after a storm, illuminating everything that was hidden in shadow. Behind me, I hear Jenny's voice one last time. You'll regret this. But for the first time since this all began, I know I won't. Because the girl who apologized for existing, she's gone. And the woman who replaced her isn't afraid of the spotlight anymore. The hotel garden feels different in the morning light. The fairy lights are off, the fountain quiet. I sit on its edge, running my fingers through the cool water, waiting. Thought I'd find you here. Derek's voice is soft behind me. Couldn't sleep either? Too much adrenaline. I scoot over to make room. Have you seen the headlines? Reality star's empire crumbles live on air. He sits beside me. Jenny's trending for all the wrong reasons. I should feel better about that than I do. But you don't? I pull my hand from the water, watching drops fall back into the fountain. I keep thinking about who we were before all this. Before Jenny turned our friendship into content. Before she turned you into a plot point. Before you turned yourself into a revenge story. That too. I meet his eyes. I'm not staying for the rest of filming. He stills. What? I told Logan this morning. The show got their dramatic confrontation. They don't need me anymore. And what if someone else needs you? My heart stutters, but I force myself to stay steady. Derek, you don't owe me anything. What Jenny did to you isn't why I'm here. He turns to face me fully. You want to know why I really ended things with Jenny? Before I even got that text about the copper room? I wait. Because every time something real happened, good or bad, she'd reach for her phone first. But you always reached for the person. He smiles slightly. Like that time I got food poisoning at that awful sushi place. Jenny's first instinct was to film my dramatic hospital journey. But you just showed up with ginger ale and terrible jokes. Those jokes were gold and you know it. They really weren't. His laugh fades into something more serious. The point is, I saw you, the real you. Not Jenny's version, not the show's version. Just you. And now? Now I'd like to see more, but not here. Not with cameras and producers trying to turn every moment into content. A movement catches my eye. Through the garden archway, I spot Ivy watching us. She holds up her phone, then deliberately puts it away. A small gesture that means everything. I have a confession, I say, turning back to Derek. That night at the copper room, I was there too. His eyebrows rise. Jenny told me to come, said she needed moral support for something important. I saw her with that guy, saw her staging the whole thing. But I left before you arrived because... I swallow hard. Because I couldn't watch her hurt you. Even then, I couldn't be part of her story. And now? Now I think I'm ready to tell my own story. One that doesn't need likes or followers or carefully filtered moments. He stands, offering his hand. Want some company for that story? Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. A notification from Jenny, her first post since the meltdown. My thumb hovers over it. Then I do something that would have been impossible a week ago. I delete the app entirely. You know what? I take his hand, letting him pull me up. I think this story works better without an audience. We walk toward the hotel entrance where real life waits beyond the artificial world of reality TV. At the door, Derek pauses. Just one thing, he says. Those jokes you told me in the hospital, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta, I reply automatically, then groan. Oh God, they really were terrible. His laughter echoes through the garden, real and unfiltered. No cameras capture it. No one stages or scripts it. It's just a moment, genuine and ours. As we step into the morning sun, I spot a small group of paparazzi waiting. They raise their cameras, hungry for the next dramatic scene. But this isn't their story anymore. It's not Jenny's story or the show's story or even a revenge story. It's just my story. Unfiltered, unedited, and finally, unapologetically real. I reach for Derek's hand instead of my phone. And together we walk past the cameras, letting them capture nothing but our backs as we leave the spotlight behind. Some moments don't need to be shared to be real. Some stories are better lived than told. And some girls who apologize to furniture grow up to become women who don't apologize at all.